Hey everyone, Chorus Star here, and today we're going to be playing Colony Survival. Now, this is a game that I really like, so as you can see from the background, you can do some really cool stuff. So let's start out with a new world. As you can see, I've got some mods here, Angry Guards and Flat World, but we won't have any of them on. And let's just call this our YouTube world, and let's hope everything goes okay. Alright, so we just spawned. You can see the world still loading around us. You can see because of this hill over here. But we've got a really nice location just as we start out. There's some water here so we can go fishing, grab some water. Got some hills over there. Let's first take a look around since none of the monsters will spawn yet. This game is still in early access, so I've been playing it for a while now. But it is still in early access, and there's still a lot of stuff that's being worked on and yet to come out. I really like that hill over there. Yeah, one of the updates that is coming up will feature outposts, which is going to be great. If you don't own the game, don't worry. Don't worry about it. And also traps. So that's going to help us with the monsters and maybe not have to worry as much with how many guards we get. This is a pretty nice flat area, to be honest. I kind of like it. It's close to the water. It's pretty flat. Oh, this is just beautiful. Look at that. Look at this plains. We're protected by the mountains here in the back. We've got the water right in front of us. This looks like prime location. Alright, I'm going to do a little bit of scouting, and it's just so beautiful. Anyway, I'm just going to do some location scouting first, and I'll be right back once I've decided where I'm going to stay. Okay, so I opted to stay right here, right where we were, and I think I'm just going to take a minute. Yeah, and I'm going to terraform this a bit. I'll set up our banner, which sets our claim for this area here. Let's call it, I don't know, what would be a good name for this place? We're in front of some mountains or hills, and we're right by the water. Let's call it expensive property. That's good enough. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so now we can see the green outline here. This shows us the area of influence for our banner, and that means that no monsters will spawn here, regardless of how dark or lit it is. But this will give us a bit of an idea on how far we can build for now. If we open up the inventory, we can go over to colony points, and you can see that the banner safe zone is 30 blocks, so it just basically spawns from one side of the banner to the other, and it's got 30 blocks going out in each one of the directions, which is good, especially since we only have space for 25 colonists at the moment. We don't have any beds, so they also won't lie down because we don't have any beds. So I'm going to start out by clearing. I'm going to create a hedge wall. So I'm going to remove all of this grass, and I'm just going to terraform it so that, oh look at that, the hole's right outside. We can make something cool here, like eventually a town center, maybe have like a place for people to live. You know, this would be a really nice place to have something like that. But for now, I'm just going to just basically mine out this area and create a wall. It should be at least 2 tall on least one side to avoid monsters coming over. So we want to kind of funnel them, and what I like to do is I'll close off the back and the sides and just have this front area here with a gate kind of opening that just funnels them through. When we get to the nighttime, you'll see how the monsters spawn, and you'll see what I mean. I'll be right back. Okay, the sun's starting to come up. There it comes. Okay, so the sun's starting to come up now, and basically all I had time to do right now was create this big hedge. Just turn on the banner tool. Big hedge all the way around. You can see there's still some terraforming to do. See here, when you remove the grass, which is the first layer, you get to the dirt. And over there we had like 2 layers, so we had an extra layer of dirt. So even though it's 3 high on this side, parkour. Over here we've got 2 high, and then we've got a little buffer here, so the zombies and monsters don't just come up this way and screw with you. Now, this is just temporary, okay? Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna leave this as just some kind of hedge maze. Hey, puppy. Yeah, eventually we're gonna have miners, and once they start getting away at some of the at the stone, then we'll be able to make this out of stone. Now, this is the entrance. I thought, you know, there's so much dry, cold temperate grass. I thought some nice dark taiga leaves that I found along the way. You know, just have them set up here, kind of show a little bit more of where the main entrance is, and then I'm gonna just basically make an arch up here, so we can have our guards for day and night to protect us from the monsters. Now, a thing I want to show real quick is I haven't finished, as you can see, I haven't finished over here. It's still and there we go, nice and flat. But the first thing I want to set up is food. Now, we don't have anything unlocked except for the berries. Now, we have 25, what do you call them? We've got space for 25 colonists. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up on both sides the banner. I'm going to set up these 5x5 berry farms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just to top it off a bit, make it nice and pretty. There we go. Now this looks pretty right now. Once the colonists get in and they start actually farming this area with berries, it's gonna look a little chaotic, I'm not gonna lie. But the first 8, so you get the first 10 colonists that you recruit, the first 10 are free, right? We've got 60 meal, so if we go over to the stockpile, we've got bread meal, alright? So we got 60 of those, so that leaves us, you know, a little under 10 colonists that we can get after the first 10. But we're going to start off slow, and we're going to start with these berry farms. And one farmer with the berry farm, just a berry farm, nothing extra fancy, you get, it's about, I think, 1 to 4. So each farmer can make food for a total of 4 colonists. That's including himself. So, you know, we've got 8 over here. If we do not count the you know, berry farmers, we have food for about 24 extra colonists, right? Plus the 8 berry farmers. Okay, so this is kind of like where I'm going to start out. I'm going to finish leveling this, and we're going to start putting down some beds. I like putting the beds real close to their work site, just because I want them to wake up, go to work, and that's that. You know, right, during the start you don't have a lot of room for, setting up fancy apartments or buildings anyway. I don't know if I would call them apartment buildings, but like over here where I want to make that town center, right? Maybe from here to there, maybe move the banner. A lot of stuff we can do. But this is just, what I want to start out with to kind of like show you guys what my plan is and where we're starting out. Whew, okay, so I finished clearing up this side. I have not finished this side. I've been playing on my normal save for a while, so at one point you can see that you've got construction, you've got diggers, builders, special areas, construction jobs, right? So these really help out, especially when you're leveling areas and building things. It just makes it so much easier. I want to build in case you don't know, G turns on your torch, so it kind of helps you see at night. Anyway, yeah, I really want to have the walls be made by the construction people. Just really, just have them be at it because it's just exhausting. At one point, I just it becomes more of a management situation than just having you, because it's a colony. You're supposed to be leader of the colony, and you spend all your time just building stuff. It kind of gets weird. Anyway, that's the cool thing about colony survival that I really missed in Minecraft and other games like that, is that it's just you. It's you and you're alone. Here we've got one colony here, but you get to a point where you can establish new colonies, and I think there's three other areas. You got the tropics. You got, like, if I open up, where is it? Food, construction, flax and herbs. Here you go. There are specific region-specific jobs and uh, plants that you can grow, and food in the Far East, the New World, and the tropics. Okay, so basically you just gotta go really far away, down what would be south to the tropics. The New World would be west, and the Far East would be, well, east. And then you just go really, really far. You can even set up trade routes. So, for example, over here, this is our main colony, right? I don't even remember what we called it. What was it? Expensive property. That's, yeah. Okay, so the expensive property is our main colony here. So, at one point we'll be making more food than we can eat, which is great. And then we can just export this, and the people over at the other places get to have food, and they can focus on their region-specific plantations and foods, and then trade. So there's a lot you can do. So we're just gonna start out. I'm gonna just make one thing really clear, is that right now we're not sustainable yet. Okay, this is what happens. This is straw. Straw you get by getting wheat, and the beds need planks, which planks you can get yourself. But straw and copper nails, that you can't make by yourself. You can make the copper nails, but you need copper for that. And to get the copper, you do need to get someone mining it for you, or else you're just gonna run out of copper. So right now, until we go to here under science, we eventually get here bread production, right? And you'll get water gathering, and what is the other one? Water gathering, and that will unlock the wheat farmer. Okay, so until you got the wheat farmer unlocked, and you've got someone working on the furnace, you're not going to be able to make these copper nails to make the beds, the crates. You won't have people planting wheat, so you won't be able to make the beds because they need the straw from that. So right now we can make, let's see, okay, whoa, we could just make the 8. We still have some copper, so we can make some copper nails and copper parts and copper tools. And copper tools, Uh, you can even cut bread without two. Yeah. So you can eventually set this up at a workbench. Then the guy in the workbench does that. Anyways, we're gonna start placing down the beds. So the way I want to do it is 3 on this side. Oops, there you go. 1, 2, 3 on this side, and that leaves 2. I'll just have one on this side, rotate, and have one on this side instead. Yeah, that lines up. Okay. So here we have our 8 beds, and we're gonna get our first 8. You can see you can recruit just one, or 100 or whatever, 1,000. You can do it to fill all jobs or fill all beds. We're gonna do fill all jobs. You do need the beds. If you don't have the beds, then there's not much you can do. And actually, what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna make one extra bed, and I'm already gonna set up, since we have some stone bricks here. Let's see. So here, so we can climb up, bam, bam, and then let me just go like this, and there we go. Fill this in with some leaves, and what's gonna happen is I'm gonna use this to have our day and night guards stand on like maybe either side and help protect from monsters, since we already have some colonists coming in. Let's get 2 beds, one for the night guards, one for the day guards. So let me just put you right here. This way you can wake up and go straight to work. And yeah, we've got the guards. That's another thing. They use slingshots, right? So you need to have enough slingshots for your guards, or else they won't have anything to shoot with. So we've got one on either side. Nighttime's when the monsters really coming around, so I might want to just put that up here. What the heck? I'll just put both up here. And you also need ammunition for them. They need stone. So you're gonna get a workbench. Where is it? Workbench? Yeah. You're gonna get a workbench down, and the person. Oh shoot! I made a crate by accident. Oh boy. Well, thankfully there's some leniency in the beginning. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up. There you go. Workbench over here, and you can see all the kinds of stuff you can make. So sling bullets. I'm gonna just up this to, I will say 350. Firewood. We're actually going to need a lot of it, so I'm going to leave that up to 600, and I'm just going to leave some slings over here in storage just for when we need them. Beds, we can do 20. Crates, I like to do like 10, 15. We've got some torches. That's going to eventually be handy. Plus, now this is really tricky. I accidentally got myself into some trouble here. Now this says a dry piece of bread without any spread or filling. Blah. But you see this, it says bread and crate. Now this is something you're only going to need further up during the game, so do not waste any crates or bread with this for now, okay? Just leave it at 0. You're not going to need that. This is the priority, so we're going to need to make sure that they have enough sling bullets to shoot at the enemies, so I'll leave it at 500. Nice round number. And okay, now we have 11 total. Let's see, can we make one more bed? Yep, we'll make another bed. Okay. So let's make it right here. This way, everyone knows where to sleep. They're gonna sleep right next to their post. So okay, I think we're good. Let's get our colony started. Fill all jobs. Okay, that cost us only 8. Okay, great. 11, yeah, the first 10 are free. Okay, there we go. And now they started planting wood. I don't know what that guy's doing. I have no idea what he's. Okay, there we go. Woke up. He's now a berry farmer. So you can see here the designated areas. The farmers are going to start planting the berry bushes, which is going to be awesome. They're not just going to make berries. If I right-click on one of the berries, you're going to see they'll make infinite berries, and they'll make up to 200 berry meals. berry meals is what your people actually eat. So, um, yeah, it's important to have those. And berries, you really don't mind how many. These we're just looking at how many to produce, and now we've got. You can see that both of them are up there because there's an overlap. Turn off the torch. Make it a little more dramatic. There's an overlap between the time that the night guard comes in and the time that the day guard comes in. So late at night, there will be, well, as the sun sets, there will be one guy. See, there he goes. Uh, from the night guard, which he'll come here and be at the ready. And then at the morning, same thing. Another guy will come up here, and then there's a bit of an overlap just to make sure that uh, your colony is protected from monsters just a little bit better. Okay, so that's a cool thing that the developers made sure to leave in. It is an overlap between the two. So the time it takes for the new guards to come in, get ready, and then you get a little extra help in the mornings, which you usually do need a little extra help. And then, just as the sun sets, it just makes you feel a little bit comfortable. Jeez, these guys really got to work fast. You can see each one of these 5x5 paths create 9 berry buttons. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 9. And let me just turn on the torch. You don't mind that I have a torch in your face, do you? Nah, of course not. Look at him. He's happy. He's a very happy pappy. Yeah, but okay, so this is going to be the end of this episode. We've got... I don't like you sleeping there. See, that guy's sleeping over there, this guy's sleeping over here. I want you to sleep, like, right where your workplace is. So, get up. Now, they will eventually leave. The colonists will leave if you don't have any place for them to sleep. Okay, I don't know what this guy's doing. Anyway, so you gotta make sure those beds are down. No, what do you do? No, that's not your bed. That's the nighttime guard's bed. Oh. Well, I know you need the beds, even though they're not gonna be using it half the time. Come on, get up. Ooh. Oh, there we go. See, we already got some of the zombies spawning in. Okay. Just gonna get rid of these. I don't want anything up close to the wall where they can climb. See here? 2, even though the other side we've got 3. This is 2 because of the terrain on the other side. Well, this is going to be it for this first episode. We just set up our basics. Well, we're not even finished setting up our basics. Well, we've got, a little start going on here. Something a little good. And eventually, I guess, I don't know. Maybe on that side or maybe around the front. Because the front just leads to water. So... yeah, I think the front's going to be the best place for us to... So over here we'll set up a mine, and we'll be able to get some copper, some tin, and some stone. So we'll be able to get started with that. And then this way we're constantly getting back most of the stuff that we're going to be... and there is the changing of the guards. Alright guys, see you next time.